Regis, a lot of people talking about the match of the weekend in sort of, although you'd lost, very glowing terms in the way that you played and you were attacking minded. How pleased are you with the progress that your team has made, that you can go to Arsenal, set up as you did and play an open game of football and you actually looked very good and the score did flatter Arsenal?
Yeah, with a 3-0. Yeah, to be fair, I think we played the game we wanted to play. We are bold and aggressive in our high press. I think our mid press was better if we compare with the first game at home. Our deep press was good as well, but they found solutions through shots outside of the box, which is a good solution against a deep block. We had good control on the ball. With 50% of possession, which is I think is positive. But the main difference was about the level of threat, and I think they were really good at that. They created 5 or 6 chances, always with the ability to score, and maybe we created 1.5, which is the main difference. So positive in a way, because we know where we are in our journey, and I think it shows that we are getting better through this league, but still a long way to go to achieve this kind of challenge.
But do you feel, if you look back to the first few games of the season and you look at where you are now and the way that you're playing, do you feel you have learned, you've come on leaps and bounds from the start of the season?
Yeah, well, I think it's really positive, and the confidence is getting better. We have now more solutions to fix different problems. We have also more threats, because even if we didn't score, we feel that now it's possible to use different options. So it's a learning process. Happy from this side, but the score is the score, and we have to accept the defeat.
The one thing Arsenal did show you, and I suspect it'll be the same with Liverpool, they've got such quality in their team that one small mistake from one of your players can cost you, as it did on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, on the pitch and then on the bench as well. So after 60, 65 minutes, try to control Trossard or Jesus, I don't know. And then you have 2 or 3 other big players coming off the bench. You know that it's going to be tough, but this is the Premier League. So this final part of the game is probably the most difficult, especially away, I think, because we are good at home with this extra drive, maybe this extra confidence. Away it's a bit more difficult, so we know the objective, the challenge, and we are working hard to improve it.
You talk about the home form. It's given you that sort of extra drive, I suppose, to maintain that unbeaten run, and you're going to face a Liverpool team hurting from the weekend, looking to bounce back from that.
Yeah, a good opportunity to win points once again. Is it away or from home or at home? We know that the level of confidence is high at home because we are a bit more front foot. And I think it's really important to be brave, to be ambitious, and to use this energy from the crowd to generate momentum, to sustain momentum, and to create danger.
I was reading a piece of the weekend about Ekitike, and as a forward, you know all the stats, you have all the XGs and so on. But what marks him above perhaps other players is this hunger, this desire, which you can't read stats for that. Is that something you want to see in your players? Someone like Brian Broby, we're seeing he's getting more and more comfortable in the Premier League. Has he got that little bit extra, which you can't coach, but it's within him?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the case for Brian, for Wilson, Eli, or our wingers. Now it's a question of level, because the gap is big with the Premier League, and it's not just with 1 or 2 opportunities, small part of a season or journey in the Premier League that you can achieve this level. So it's a long process. You can fail, and then with resilience you can grow and become stronger. So it's progressive dynamic, and I think we can feel it now. I hope we'll maintain the level at home.
Did you manage against Hugo Ekitike when you were at France?
Not. I don't think so. No.
What do you make of him as a striker and the way he's adapted to the Premier League?
Yeah, he's doing well, really well. Because he's a good player, really good player in Reims. It was really impressive. Then he struggled a bit through his journey, and then found the good environment and the good level of experience now to be efficient in the Premier League. So those players in a team like Liverpool, top 6, they have X factors, and this is probably the main difference with the lower leagues. You can play a good football. It could be a really balanced game, but one player can make the difference. They can decide, I will score. Okay, it's possible. So with our squad, we want to defend together. We want this togetherness is key, but sometimes it's not enough.
There's 7 teams in the top 5 leagues in Europe who are unbeaten at home this season. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, PSG, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, Napoli, and yourselves. That's pretty good company, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the challenge is hard because the level in the Premier League is absolutely fantastic. So it shows that so far we were really good, but the next challenge is always the toughest. And Liverpool has to win. They are really good. They have a few injuries. I think it's simply a part of the Premier League journey, and they will be strong. So tough challenge once again.
And it says everything about your season as well, your season to date, that if you win tomorrow night, you beat Liverpool, you actually go level on points with it, which is incredible. I don't think anyone would have expected that at the start of the season, given that you're a newly promoted side and they won the title last year.
Yeah, so it's true, but it's also fragile. So we know that we built strong foundations, but it's always a reset. So bouncing back from the last game will be a tough challenge, but we expect to show great energy.
Just finally from me, I think you touched on this last week, so apologies if we'll go there again, but Gertrude, obviously, you kind of came close to potentially going to Liverpool on the last few days. You said that he settled back and he's fine. Any issues there with him, like facing Liverpool? Do you think he'll deal with it okay?
No problem. No. At the end of the transfer window is closed, then next stage. No problem.
Thanks so much.
Apologies. Nick mentioned the away form there. I don't want to bring negativity into it, but is that the next stage of the process, fixing the away form? The home form, as we all know, is absolutely superb, but is that the next stage, getting the away form?
Probably the next stage is to keep the home form because it's always a new challenge. And the away form, yeah, absolutely, it's another challenge. We won twice away, which is not bad, to be fair, but we drew often as well. Now winning is another challenge. We know that we won't have many opportunities, and we created those opportunities so far. Excepted 2 or 3 games, I think we had the opportunity to score away, but we didn't. So next stage, more efficiency, being more clinical is still important in football.
I just want to speak about Trey Hume. How proud should Sunderland as a club, as a city, be of Trey Hume and the journey that he's had? And I just want to focus on the captaincy as well. How much of a different captain is he to Grant Xhaka?
Yeah, I think Sunderland belongs to a world-class community, and Trey is a good example about earning things on the pitch. His style of play is really well balanced. He's versatile, really intelligent, intense, able to wake up the crowd as well. So he's a good captain and good example for the squad. After that, his leadership is different because he doesn't have the same level of experience, but he's vocal, and I think his teammates are really aware of his advices, and his speeches are always good before the game.
A year ago this week, you were rescuing a point against Watford in the Championship at the Stadium of Light. Now you're about to line up between fixtures where you face the league leaders and the Premier League reigning champions. Do you ever allow yourself just even the slightest moment to reflect on how crazy the last year has been or not?
It's tough because the league is so intense that you don't have time to think about the past. And you can think about the previous game to get better, to analyze deeply the performance, but you can't think about your journey because if you just break a bit your dynamic, you won't be ready to face the next challenge, and this is the process important.
Just finally from me, we saw a glimpse of Nilson Angulo coming off the bench against us. Where is he at in terms of potentially even starting ahead of the Liverpool game? Where is he at fitness-wise, and what's the teams?
Yeah, he's ready to play. Yeah. He trained and played a lot of football this year at a good level, so he's ready.
Hi, Juice. Just a couple of months since you played Liverpool before, but do you think they're a different team to who you came up against in December? Have they changed a lot in that time?
Yeah, they were probably a bit low in energy at that moment. We played well away. It was a good game. We had the opportunity to win. They scored late, and we had, remember, counter-attack just at the end with Wilson in 1v1. So it was maybe the third win away. It wasn't finally. So I think they are getting better, and they are strong. They have a few injuries, but the manager is really good. They are Liverpool, and it's a must-win for them once again. So it will be a tough challenge, and so it's an exciting challenge for us, but a tough one. Yeah.
How's Bertrand Traore getting on? Is he close to a return?
Is in the same dynamic, similar to Granit, almost 3 weeks, something like that. So it's always symptom-driven, but they are both in a good place. So I hope hopefully we'll have good news in a few weeks.